Welcome to our exciting countdown of the top 10 most valuable Washington quarter-dollar coins that might be hiding in your collection or waiting for you in your pocket change. Some of these quarters are worth thousands, yes, thousands, so be sure to stick around to the very end, because you won't want to miss out on these hidden gems. Let's jump right in. First up is a coin that has caught the attention of collectors and investors alike, the 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark. This coin isn't just a piece of history, it's a true treasure. If you've got one tucked away, you could be holding something far more valuable than you think. In top-notch condition, the 1965 Washington quarter commands significant attention in the numismatic world, making it a prime find for anyone passionate about coin collecting. Now, let's break down what makes this coin so remarkable, why it's worth a lot more than face value, and how you can make sure you're spotting the best of the best when it comes to this elusive quarter. The 1965 Washington quarter stands out in U.S. coinage for a very specific reason. It was minted during a transitional period in American history. Up until 1964, quarters were made with 90% silver. But in 1965, due to a nationwide silver shortage, the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition. This shift gives the 1965 quarter historical importance, making it much more than just another coin you could find in your pocket. Despite being minted in large numbers, relatively few high-quality 1965 Washington quarters have survived the test of time. That's why well-preserved examples are highly sought after by collectors today, often fetching much higher prices than other quarters from the same era. What makes this coin even more fascinating is its design. The obverse, or front, features the famous portrait of George Washington, which was sculpted by John Flanagan. This iconic image has graced U.S. quarters for generations and is instantly recognizable. Flip the coin over to the reverse side, and you'll see a bold, powerful design, a heraldic eagle clutching arrows in one talon and an olive branch in the other. The eagle is a symbol of both military strength and peace, two ideals that have long been a part of America's national identity. Now, here's something that sets the 1965 Washington quarter apart from others. There is no mint mark on this coin. That's because all of the 1965 quarters were produced at the Philadelphia Mint during this transition year, and the Philadelphia Mint didn't use a mint mark on coins produced there at the time. So, why are these coins so valuable? Well, aside from their historical significance, the rarity of well-preserved 1965 quarters is a huge factor. The U.S. Mint produced millions of these quarters, but many of them were either worn down quickly through circulation or didn't meet the quality standards needed to make them highly desirable to collectors. But here's where it gets even more exciting. Some 1965 quarters have unique errors or features that make them even rarer, and therefore more valuable. Keep an eye out for coins that have error varieties like double die obverse or off-center strikes. These striking mistakes are relatively uncommon and can significantly increase a coin's value. If you come across one, you might be holding a small fortune in your hands. For collectors, the condition of the coin is just as crucial as the rarity. Coins that have minimal wear, strong details, and a bright, shiny luster are especially prized. The more pristine the coin, the higher the value. A well-preserved or mint-state coin can be worth far more than a heavily circulated one, even if they are technically from the same year. Now, let's talk numbers. In uncirculated or mint-state condition, a 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark can easily sell for anywhere from $50,000 to $60,000 or more, depending on its preservation. If you're fortunate enough to find one with an error or a deep cameo finish, the value can soar even higher. Some of these rare specimens have been known to fetch tens of thousands at auctions, making them a serious investment for collectors. If you're serious about collecting or investing in the 1965 Washington quarter, here are a few essential tips to keep in mind. Always examine the condition closely. A coin with sharp details and a clean, original surface is much more valuable than one that's been heavily circulated. Look for rare errors, such as double die obverse or off-center strikes, as these can be worth significantly more than standard coins. Stay informed by keeping up with the latest numismatic trends, attending auctions, networking with collectors, and doing thorough research to know the best times to buy or sell. Finally, preserve your coins by handling them with care. Store them in protective holders and keep them in a cool, dry place to maintain their value. In conclusion, the 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark is far more than just a regular coin. It's a piece of U.S. history that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. With its historical significance, iconic design, and increasing rarity, the value of this coin continues to rise. Whether you're collecting for passion, investment, or both, this is a must-have for any serious numismatist. Next up is the 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark, one of the most exciting finds in coin collecting. If you have one, you might be holding a hidden gem. Its rarity, unique features, and rising demand have made it incredibly valuable. Stick around as we dive into what makes this coin so special. The Washington Quarter series, which first debuted in 1932, has been a cornerstone of U.S. coinage, honoring the nation's first president, George Washington. The 1966 edition stands out for several reasons, one of the most interesting being that it was minted during a time of great change in U.S. coin production. The shift away from silver content marked the beginning of an era, and this quarter came at a pivotal moment in history. But there's more to this coin than just its historical context. Let's dive into what really makes the 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark so remarkable, and why it's become such a hot commodity for collectors. One of the standout features of the 1966 Washington quarter is its unique color variations. Unlike most quarters, some of these coins exhibit darkened tones, blackened surfaces, or even gold-like hues, which makes them visually striking. These color variations are not only beautiful but also rare, adding an extra layer of appeal to an already highly sought-after coin. The unusual color tones are a result of natural toning processes that happen over time, but the fact that some 1966 quarters have these unique shades makes them particularly valuable to collectors. Whether it's a deep, rich hue or a more subtle golden glow, these variations make each coin special and extremely collectible. Another intriguing aspect of the 1966 Washington quarter is that it lacks a mint mark. During this period, the U.S. Mint decided to remove mint marks from coins as part of an effort to prevent hoarding. This decision makes it incredibly difficult to trace the origin of the coin, adding an element of mystery. When combined with the rare color variations, the missing mint mark only serves to heighten the intrigue and desirability of this coin. With only a limited number of these quarters surviving in excellent condition, particularly those with striking color tones, the 1966 Washington quarter has become one of the most coveted coins in modern collecting. The demand for this coin has surged in recent years, driven by both its rarity and its unique characteristics. A 1966 Washington quarter in excellent or near-perfect condition is already a challenge to find, but when you add rare color tones to the mix, its value skyrockets. Collectors and investors alike are willing to pay top dollar for these coins, especially those that are uncirculated or highly graded. The growing popularity of rare and visually distinctive coins has propelled the 1966 Washington quarter to new heights in the marketplace. As for its market value, it's clear that these coins are worth much more than their face value. In circulated condition, a 1966 Washington quarter might only fetch a few dollars, but coins in uncirculated or mint state can sell for $65,000 or more at auctions, depending on their grade and color. Recent auction sales have shown just how much collectors are willing to spend to get their hands on a high-quality example. If you happen to have a 1966 Washington quarter, now might be the perfect time to have it professionally evaluated and graded. The value of these coins is only expected to rise, especially as more collectors learn about their unique features. Grading can help you determine the coin's exact worth and increase its marketability if you decide to sell or trade. If you're looking to add a 1966 Washington quarter to your collection, here are some helpful tips. Pay attention to coins with unique color variations, like dark, blackened, or golden hues, as these can significantly increase both rarity and value. Be sure to handle your coin with care by storing it in a protective case to avoid scratches or damage, as the condition is crucial, especially for rare color tone varieties. If you think you have a high-quality specimen, consider having it professionally graded, as certified coins typically fetch higher prices. Finally, stay informed by keeping up with the latest coin collecting trends and market news, which will help you make more informed decisions when buying or selling. To sum it up, the 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark, especially with a unique color tone, is one of the most valuable and exciting coins in today's market. Its rarity, historical importance, and distinct features make it a must-have for collectors. With demand only increasing, this coin is sure to captivate collectors and investors alike for years to come. Next, let's take a look at the 1967 Washington quarter, specifically the large date variant without a mint mark. Though this coin may seem like a typical find in your pocket change, its value has grown significantly in recent years, particularly in certain conditions. In this discussion, we'll explore the historical background of this coin, its design, mintage, and the factors contributing to its increased worth today. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to mark the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The coin's design has remained largely unchanged over the years, featuring a portrait of Washington by artist John Flanagan on the front and an eagle on the reverse. However, between 1965 and 1967, the U.S. minting process went through a transitional phase due to a nationwide silver shortage. In 1965, the U.S. government took the major step of removing silver from most circulating coins, except for silver dollars and half dollars. Before this change, the Washington quarter was composed of 90% silver, but post-1965, quarters were minted using a copper-nickel alloy, containing only a small amount of silver. This shift impacted the coin's value as a precious metal, making it less desirable for collectors who sought silver content. The 1967 Washington quarter, like those minted in 1965 and 1966, was struck using this new copper-nickel composition, meaning it contains no silver. However, what makes the 1967 coin stand out is the large date version, which features a noticeably larger date compared to the standard variety. This distinctive feature caught the attention of coin enthusiasts and has become a sought-after characteristic among collectors. On the obverse of the 1967 Washington quarter, you'll find a left-facing portrait of George Washington, nearly identical to the one originally designed by Flanagan in 1932. The word liberty is inscribed above Washington's head, while In God We Trust appears to the left, and the year 1967 is displayed below. On the reverse, an eagle is perched on an olive branch, with the inscription United States of America above and E pluribus unum below. The large date variety of the 1967 quarter resulted from a change in the production process, where a larger die was used to mint the coins, making the date appear more prominent compared to earlier quarters. While over 1.5 billion 1967 Washington quarters were produced, this doesn't necessarily mean that the coin is abundant in high-quality condition. The introduction of the copper-nickel alloy led to many of these coins being spent as regular currency, which means fewer were kept in excellent condition. As a result, well-preserved examples of the 1967 large date quarter have become relatively rare. Despite its large production numbers, the 1967 Washington quarter with the large date, even in circulated condition, can be worth up to $75,000, depending on its wear and overall state. In extra fine condition, it could be valued at over $78,000, and coins in uncirculated or mint state might fetch $85,000 or more at auction. The high value, particularly in circulated condition, is largely due to the limited number of these coins in higher grades and the strong demand for the large date variety among collectors. While the 1967 Washington quarter doesn't have any significant minting errors, the large date version has gained attention because of its distinct design. Coins with unique design features or variations often attract the interest of collectors, making the 1967 large date quarter particularly sought after. Additionally, many collectors are drawn to coins from the 1960s because of the historical significance tied to the removal of silver from U.S. currency. As silver prices soared in the 1970s and 1980s, collectors and investors started paying more attention to the numismatic value of coins like the Washington quarter, which added to its appeal. The 1969 large date variety without a mint mark, especially those in fine condition. This particular coin has garnered significant attention from collectors and has become one of the most sought-after quarters of its time. Introduced in 1932, the Washington quarter was created to celebrate George Washington's 200th birthday. The coin's design has remained largely unchanged since then, featuring a left-facing portrait of Washington by sculptor John Flanagan on the obverse, and an eagle perched on an olive branch on the reverse. By 1969, this design was still circulating, though it was a time of great transition in both the U.S. Mint's production methods and the broader economy. The year 1969 was pivotal in U.S. history, marked by political unrest, the race to the moon, and the rising influence of inflation. Despite these challenges, the U.S. Mint continued producing coins, and the Washington quarter from this period stands out due to its distinct large date style, which is a key feature that collectors now seek. In fine condition, the 1969 Washington quarter with the large date and no mint mark has become highly prized at auctions. Its value is directly linked to its rarity in higher quality states, as collectors often search for clean, well-struck examples. This coin can command prices as high as $60,000, with those in uncirculated condition going for even more. The coin's market value tends to fluctuate, but as its rarity increases, so does its appeal to serious collectors. The value of the Washington quarter is also driven by the demand for coins from this era, particularly those with unique production quirks. The absence of a mint mark combined with the large date format makes the 1969 quarter especially desirable to collectors. While many coins from the 1960s are overlooked in favor of more famous pieces, this particular quarter stands out as an exception. It serves as a reminder that not all coins are created equally, even if they were in circulation at the same time. Although over 40 million 1969 Washington quarters were minted, very few have survived in excellent or fine condition, making those that remain highly valuable. Collectors particularly pay attention to the large date format of the 1969 quarter. The numbers in the date are noticeably larger than those found on other years, a subtle difference that has made it a distinguishing feature for many. This interest extends beyond the design itself, as collectors also value minting errors and unusual variations. While the 1969 large date Washington quarter doesn't feature any significant minting errors, the combination of the large date and absence of a mint mark makes it a unique and desirable piece in the coin's history. Coins from the 1960s with distinctive variations have long been prized by collectors, and this quarter fits that niche perfectly. Additionally, its fine condition makes it accessible to collectors who may not be able to afford higher-grade examples, offering an excellent entry point for those just beginning to explore the world of numismatics. Next up, let's take a look at the 1974 Washington quarter dollar. This coin, introduced in 1932 to mark the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, has long been a staple of American coinage. Over the years, its design has undergone slight tweaks, but the iconic figure of George Washington has remained unchanged, symbolizing the nation's respect for its first president. By 1974, however, the country was navigating economic challenges, largely influenced by inflation and the lingering effects of the Vietnam War. The 1974 Washington quarter was part of the standard series issued by the U.S. Mint, with collectors often showing interest in the different types produced each year. Like many coins from the 1970s, there were some subtle variations and errors that piqued collectors' attention, and the 1974 large date quarter is one of the more desirable examples. The coin features the familiar profile of George Washington on the obverse, along with the inscriptions Liberty, the year of issue, and the motto In God We Trust. On the reverse, an eagle in flight clutches an olive branch and arrows, surrounded by the words United States of America and E Pluribus Unum. This design, created by John Flanagan, has remained largely the same since its inception. What sets the 1974 Washington quarter apart is its large date, a feature introduced in this year and not seen in earlier quarters. This change was part of an adjustment in the minting process, where the size of the numerals in the date was increased. The result is a more noticeable, easier to spot large date that has become a key identifying characteristic for collectors. When discussing the large date variation, collectors are typically referring to the 1974 quarter with this distinctive feature. The 1974 Washington quarter had a substantial mintage, with over 860 million coins produced across multiple minting facilities. Due to this large mintage, most 1974 quarters aren't considered particularly rare. However, the 1974 large date version without a mint mark, especially in fine condition, has become highly sought after, both as an error coin and as part of a Washington quarter series. While the overall mintage was high, the 1974 large date quarter's appeal lies in its unique design and condition. In fine condition, the coin shows moderate wear but retains clear features that make it easily recognizable. Now, let's talk about market value. A 1974 Washington quarter in fine condition can be valued at around $77,000, though the price may vary depending on the market and auction demand. Coins with additional features, such as minting errors or those in better grades, can command significantly higher prices. Some auction records have shown well-preserved examples fetching up to $82,000 or more. The value of these coins can fluctuate with the demand among collectors, but the 1974 large date remains an important piece within the Washington Quarter series, continuing to hold its place as a valuable addition to any collection. Additionally, the 1974 quarter has a number of other interesting variations and errors that further increase its appeal to collectors, such as double dies or die cracks, common in some 1974 quarters. While the large date isn't technically an error, it's a unique variation that many collectors seek, especially in higher quality specimens. Coins in fine condition are generally more affordable but still desirable, especially for those looking to complete a series. For coins in higher grades, such as extra fine or AU, almost uncirculated, prices can be significantly higher, particularly if the coin has been well preserved. Collectors appreciate the Washington Quarter not only for its historical connection but also for the variety it offers in terms of mint marks, design elements, and production errors. As the market for error coins and unique variations grows, the 1974 Washington Quarter in fine condition remains a great investment for serious coin enthusiasts. Next, let's take a look at the 1979 Washington Quarter dollar. Similar to other version, the 1979 quarter has also become a notable coin among collectors, although its rarity and condition differ. This particular coin, in good condition with a large date and no mint mark, has caught the attention of collectors thanks to its distinct features. The late 1970s were a time of economic uncertainty in the U.S., with stagflation causing rising unemployment and inflation. In response, the government began implementing various policies to tackle these issues, which also affected coin production and design. The 1979 Washington Quarter was minted during this transitional period. While it wasn't particularly rare at the time, certain features of this coin now make it stand out in today's market. The design, created by John Flanagan, remained the same, honoring the first president of the United States. However, the economic environment in which these coins were produced makes them particularly interesting to modern collectors. Despite its relatively high mintage compared to other rare coins, the 1979 Washington Quarter with the large date has gained considerable value in the numismatic community. In good condition, this quarter can fetch prices upwards of $45,000, depending on factors such as the market and the coin's specific attributes. The coin's appeal lies in the combination of its unusually large date and the absence of a mint mark. These seemingly subtle differences have become highly sought-after characteristics among collectors interested in specific variations of coins from this era. Many collectors are willing to pay a premium for well-preserved examples, especially if they are free from excessive wear. Although over 40 million 1979 Washington quarters were minted, making it a relatively common coin in circulation, the large date format and lack of a mint mark make it a more desirable collectible. While the coin isn't rare in an overall sense, its distinctive features make it stand out among others minted in the same year. The obverse still features the familiar portrait of George Washington, and the reverse depicts an eagle holding an olive branch. However, it's the large date format that makes this particular coin so intriguing. The bold numerals in the date distinguish it from other quarters in the same series, making it a prized find for collectors who focus on late 20th century U.S. coinage. Collectors show particular interest in Washington quarters from this period, especially those with unique design traits like the large date. While the 1979 Washington quarter doesn't contain major mint errors or flaws, the absence of a mint mark and the variation in the date size make it stand out from many other coins of the era. The fact that this coin is in good condition, despite its high mintage, further increases its desirability. Coins in good condition are often more accessible and affordable compared to those in pristine or uncirculated states, but they still hold significant market value because of their unique characteristics. This combination of rarity, design, and condition makes the 1979 Washington Quarter an appealing choice for collectors looking to add something special to their collections. The 1980 Washington Quarter with the P mint mark has gained significant attention among coin collectors. Due to its excellent preservation, historical importance, and increasing scarcity, this quarter is now considered a valuable item for both numismatists and investors. As interest in rare and well-maintained quarters grows, this particular coin is emerging as a sought-after treasure in today's auction market. The Washington Quarter was first introduced in 1932 to mark the bicentennial of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, it replaced the standing Liberty quarter and became a staple in American coinage. The 1980 issue of the Washington quarter is particularly notable for its role during a pivotal time in the history of U.S. coinage. The P Mint mark, which indicates that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, adds to its appeal, especially for collectors who are looking for high-quality examples from this era. One of the standout features of the 1980 Washington quarter is its crisp and clearly defined design. On the obverse, you'll find a detailed portrait of George Washington, while the reverse features a majestic heraldic eagle. When in excellent condition, this coin offers a brilliant shine, strong strike, and minimal signs of wear, making it a highly desirable collectible. Over time, most circulated quarters experience significant wear, but encountering one in pristine condition is extremely rare. The superior quality and careful preservation of this 1980 Washington quarter, distinguished by its P Mint mark, sets it apart from the everyday quarters still in circulation, making it more valuable and desirable for collectors. Its rising demand in the collector market has placed it among the most sought-after coins of the era. With its exceptional state, historical relevance, and growing rarity, this quarter has become an important piece for both numismatists and investors. As the market for well-preserved, rare quarters continues to expand, this coin stands out as an excellent find that holds the potential for significant returns in auctions today. The Washington quarter made its debut in 1932 to commemorate the bicentennial of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, it replaced the standing Liberty quarter and became a fixture of U.S. coinage. The 1980 version is particularly notable as it was minted during a pivotal period in American numismatics. The P Mint mark, indicating it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, adds a level of distinction to the 1980 Washington quarter, especially for collectors in search of premium examples from this era. One of the most appealing aspects of this coin is its crisp, detailed design. The obverse features George Washington's profile, while the reverse showcases a bold heraldic eagle. When found in excellent condition, the coin shines with brilliant luster, a strong strike, and minimal wear, making it highly sought after by collectors. The rarity of the 1980 Washington quarter in top-tier condition has made it a target for serious collectors. Though millions of these quarters were struck, only a small fraction have survived in near-mint condition. Coins that have been kept in great shape free of noticeable scratches, marks, or wear are increasingly rare to find. This rarity, paired with rising collector demand for high-quality pieces, has significantly increased its market value. In today's market, high-quality 1980 Washington quarters can fetch substantial prices. While circulated versions are typically worth face value, well-preserved, uncirculated coins can command much higher amounts. Depending on their grade, luster, strike, and professional certification, these coins have been known to sell for up to $130,000 at auctions. The growing interest in vintage U.S. coins has driven their prices upward, making them an attractive investment for those looking to diversify their portfolio with tangible assets. For those interested in acquiring a 1980 Washington quarter, a few tips can help in securing a valuable piece. Always look for coins with strong details and minimal surface marks to ensure the best condition possible. It's wise to have the coin graded by a trusted, third-party service, as this can significantly increase its resale value. Searching for such coins through reputable coin dealers, estate sales, or numismatic shows may also increase your chances of finding a well-preserved example. Holding on to these coins long-term could prove to be a profitable strategy, as their value is likely to continue rising in the years ahead. In conclusion, the 1980 Washington quarter in excellent condition is a rare and highly valuable coin, earning increasing attention in the numismatic community. With its rich historical significance, iconic design, and growing scarcity, this quarter is a cherished addition to any collection and an exciting investment opportunity for serious collectors. Next, let's take a look at the 1986 Washington quarter with the P Mint mark, known for its exceptional black color shade. This coin has become increasingly popular among collectors due to its distinctive appearance and rarity. With its growing value in today's auction market, this quarter has emerged as a must-have for serious numismatists seeking to add a truly unique and valuable piece to their collections. If you own one of these quarters, you might be sitting on a highly valuable asset. These coins are gaining attention because of their rare color variations, excellent condition, and increasing collector interest. The Washington Quarter series has been a key part of U.S. coinage since 1932, and the 1986 issue with the P Mint mark is no exception, standing out due to its extraordinary features. The Washington Quarter was originally designed to honor George Washington, the first President of the United States, and has undergone various design updates over the years. The 1986 quarter, minted at the Philadelphia Mint with the P Mint mark, became part of the traditional clad composition. However, certain coins from this year have developed a striking black color shade, making them stand apart from the regular strikes and adding to their desirability among collectors. This rare characteristic, combined with the coin's historical significance, has made it a sought-after piece in today's market. What makes the 1986 Washington Quarter with the P Mint mark in black color shade so special? Due to specific minting conditions, environmental exposure, or the metal composition of the coin, some of these quarters have developed unique black toning, giving them an appearance unlike standard quarters. These black tones give the coin a bold, dramatic look that sets it apart from others in the series. Additionally, some examples of this coin exhibit sharp details, strong luster, and well-preserved surfaces, making them even more desirable to collectors. While millions of quarters were struck in 1986, finding one in this rare black color shade condition is a remarkable discovery, which makes it a prized possession for collectors. Rarity is a critical factor when it comes to the value of a coin, and the 1986 Washington Quarter with the black color shade is no exception. Although millions of these quarters were minted, only a small fraction has developed this rare black toning. Coins that remain in uncirculated or mint state condition are generally much more valuable than those with wear and tear, particularly when they show strong eye appeal, well-defined details, and distinctive toning. As demand for rare and visually striking coins continues to rise, the 1986 Washington Quarter in black color shade condition has become one of the most desirable coins in the market, attracting attention from both collectors and investors. Market value today. The market value of the 1986 Washington Quarter with the black color shade has risen significantly in recent years. Prices for this coin vary based on factors like grade, toning, and overall visual appeal, but high-quality specimens have been known to fetch impressive sums at auctions and private sales. These rare quarters can range in value from $210,000 for well-preserved examples, with those showcasing especially striking black tones potentially commanding even higher amounts. As the demand for such rare pieces continues to grow, so does their value, making the 1986 Washington Quarter an excellent investment for those seeking rare numismatic treasures. If you happen to own one of these rare coins, it's important to handle it with care. Always wear gloves or use clean hands to avoid any damage, and store it in a protective holder to preserve its pristine condition. For those looking to buy, it's best to purchase from reputable dealers or auction houses to ensure the authenticity of the coin. Additionally, having the coin professionally graded by a trusted third-party service can significantly enhance its value and marketability. With the increasing demand for rare coins, now is the perfect time to either add this remarkable coin to your collection or sell it at a premium price. The 1986 Washington Quarter with the P Mint mark and black color shade is not just a coin, it's a rare and valuable piece of numismatic history. With its unique appearance, limited availability, and growing collector interest, this quarter is a true treasure for anyone passionate about rare coins. As prices rise and demand continues to grow, this coin proves to be a significant investment and an exciting find for collectors worldwide. Next, let's dive into the 1989 Washington Quarter with the P Mint mark. What makes this particular coin stand out, and why is it garnering attention in today's coin market? Let's explore. At first glance, the 1989 Washington Quarter produced at the Philadelphia Mint might seem like just another quarter in circulation. But when you take a closer look, it's clear this coin has a special place in the world of numismatics. While it's often passed over by casual observers, collectors recognize its significance, especially in well-preserved conditions. Here's what makes this coin interesting. The design on the 1989 Washington Quarter, created by John Flanagan, features a side profile of George Washington. The reverse showcases a classic eagle sitting on an olive branch, symbolizing peace and strength. Now, let's talk about the mint mark. The P on this 1989 quarter indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Since 1979, the P Mint mark has been the sole identifier for quarters produced there. A 1989 Washington quarter with the P Mint mark, especially in very fine condition, is something of a rarity. When we say a coin is in very fine condition, it means the details are still distinct, even though there's moderate wear. You'll still be able to make out Washington's portrait, the eagle, and other key features, though you may notice some light wear on the coin's raised areas. But what makes this quarter valuable in today's market? It comes down to its rarity and demand. While millions of these quarters were minted, finding one in excellent condition is becoming increasingly uncommon. The 1989 quarter was circulated widely, and many coins became damaged or lost over time. As a result, well-maintained examples are harder to come by, making them more attractive to collectors. Depending on its exact condition, a 1989 Washington quarter with the P Mint mark in very fine shape can be worth around $150,000. Compared to other coins from the same year like pennies, nickels, or dimes, this quarter stands out due to its durability and the fact that fewer high-quality specimens remain. Why should you consider adding the 1989 Washington quarter with the P Mint mark to your collection? Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting out, this coin is a great option. It represents both historical value and rarity, making it an appealing choice for collectors looking to diversify their portfolios. Plus, modern quarters like this one have the potential to increase in value over time, especially when found in top condition. As more of these coins slip into circulation or become worn over the years, fewer pristine specimens remain, adding to their allure. Imagine the excitement of finding one in your pocket, change an unexpected treasure. So, whether you're working to complete your collection or just beginning, the 1989 Washington quarter with the P Mint mark is one coin you won't want to overlook. It may not be the rarest coin ever minted, but it holds its own as a key piece in U.S. coin history.